Hi everyone, welcome back to Jolie Knots. Today we are making sourdough soft sandwich bread. Jolie's preference is soft, fluffy, a little bit sweet, and the avocado and tomato are the star. Getting started right out off the bat, we are going to start with 200 grams of your active sourdough starter and 300 grams of warm water. Now your water should be warm up to about 100 degrees Fahrenheit. That way your starter can dissolve a little bit better or easier. Then we're going to go with 10 grams of salt, 25 grams of oil, whatever kind of oil you like to use to cook it with. I'm personally using extra virgin olive oil, but you can use coconut oil, you can use an avocado oil, whatever oil you like to cook with. And then we're also going to use 50 grams of sugar. You could also replace that for honey. That's not a problem, whatever your preference is. This is going to help your bread to be a little bit softer and a little bit sweeter. Obviously, my daughter prefers this over a regular sourdough, so I told her, and she asked me for some avocado toast, so I told her that I would make her very own loaf of bread with her own avocado toast. So here I am sharing it with you guys. Once you've got all of your ingredients mixed in together, you are now going to use or stir in 450 grams of bread flour. Now you can use all-purpose flour. That's not going to be a problem. I'm using bread flour here. So 450 grams, and then we're just going to mix it all in and incorporate it until it's kind of shaggy. Now I didn't put all of my flour right up off the vat. You just want to make sure that, you know, depending on the temperature and the humidity in your house, like sometimes you need more flour, sometimes you need less. So I just kind of wait to put the whole thing in, see if I do need all of it, or maybe sometimes that's just going to be it. That's going to be enough. So I am putting a little bit more into my dough just to see how it was, and it was a little bit sticky, so I am going ahead and adding more in there. And then once we get all of that mixed in and incorporated together, we're going to let that sit for 30 minutes. We're going to start doing our stretch and folds. Now, doing our stretch and folds is helping to build our gluten. I don't have a video specifically yet on how to bulk ferment and temperatures and all that different kind of stuff. So hopefully you know how to do that. If you don't, definitely Google it, because there's going to be a lot of different information out there. So you're going to go through at least 3 sets of stretch and folds, maybe more depending on the gluten that you've built up in your dough. You want to try to pass the window pane test. I am going to cold ferment this after it sets on the counter for a while, so I'm only going to let it rise about 50% and then let it finish out its cold retard in the fridge, and then I will go ahead and shape it out and put it into a bread pan and bake that in the oven at 350 degrees for 45 minutes. Now you're going to want your bread pan to be covered and also to be well buttered or well greased, so that way your bread doesn't stick to it. Man, it will be a super pain in the butt to get it out if you forget to grease your pan. Once your bread is out of the oven and completely cool, you can start slicing into it. Don't make the mistake of slicing into it too soon, because your bread might turn out gummy if you do that. It is still cooking. Just like a piece of meat, it's still cooking. All right, so we are going to get started on our avocado toast. Now, this is no surprise. You are using avocados. Yes, you are. Now, I just do it the easy way, and I try to put as many slices in it as I can before I put it in the bowl. So ideally, less smashing up for me, because like I said, I like to use it. I like to make it like guacamole. So just slice it all up, put it in the bowl, some lemon in there, generous amount of lemon, because we're smashing it up and we're putting it on bread. And then just like a slice of red onion, really, that's all you need. But dice that up really small and put that in there. And we're also going to use cilantro. And a little tip for your cilantro to keep it fresh is to put it in a jar. I keep mine in a jar in the fridge, and it keeps it nice and fresh, at least twice as long as it would in a bag or open or even in a cup of water that I've tried. When you're ready to slice it up, I just try to put it in a little teeny tiny ball and then slice it up here and there like diagonally so that it's all pretty much chopped when I do that. And then I'm going to put garlic salt. Now you can choose to chop garlic and put salt in it. That's totally fine, but I'm going for fast here. And then when I'm mixing it up, I'm going to go ahead and smash my avocados. I'm going to just take a fork and try to smash as much as I'm able while I'm mixing it up. And that's going to help to give it kind of that more creamy flavor or creamy-ish texture with the lime and lemon or whichever you choose to use when putting it on our toast. I'm adding tomatoes for my daughter, and I'm just doing them really thinly sliced so that I can set it on top of the toast and then the avocado on top of that. Now, personally, for me, I would mix the tomatoes into the avocado and, you know, keep it more of like a pico de gallo kind of guacamole type. But this is the way that my daughter likes it. So this is Jolie's avocado toast. And this is how Jolie likes it. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get notified when new content releases. I hope that you try this and enjoy it. And if you are looking for some sourdough starter, hit me up on email and I can send you some dehydrated starter that I have.